guys, today I'm filming my April update for my Partners in Cream Project Pan collab. This was created by DaLin and Steph Lyons. I will have their channels linked down below. I will also have linked down below a playlist where you can watch all of the videos, and I will have the hashtag as well if you want to follow the posts that are on Instagram. And I will have my personal playlist linked up in the cards as well in case you want to see my other updates. I am doing this project different than others. I'm combining a chopping block and a project pan. I have a lot of cream products in my collection. I did film a whole video on that. I'll link that in the cards. And I really just want to get use out of them and decide whether I want to keep them or not. So that's why I'm doing this project. I have very easy goals, but with the other projects that I'm doing and the other items in my makeup basket, they're good goals for me. That way I'm still able to use other things and rotate through quite a few products. So jumping right into the products, we'll start with the face products that I was working on. The first is the CoverFx Custom Enhancer Drops in the Sunkissed shade, which is one of the bronzer colors. And this is a nice light shade. It looks like it has some glow to it, which is pretty, but it doesn't look that glowy on the skin. This is a really nice shade. It's not too dark, not too warm, or too cool tone. So my goal is to use this 5 times, and I did use this a total of 5 times. I'm wearing it for the 5th time today. And let me tell you the way that I apply this. So normally what I've done in the past with liquid cheek products, and this was something new I hadn't tried before, is I'll just put it on the back of my hand, pick it up with a beauty blender, and then just apply it. And I definitely do recommend the beauty blender sponges because the shape is perfect. I love the round end for doing the E3 on my face. It works perfectly, but it makes it a little bit too intense to take it right off the back of my hand with the sponge and apply it. So now what I do is put a little on the back of my hand, then I'll take the e.l.f. small stipple brush, and then I'll blend it in on my hand, and this helps to thin out the product a bit, make it more smooth, and it really does coat the brush nicely. And then I'll just apply it in the hollow of my cheeks and up along my hairline, and then I'll go over top with my sponge to help blend it out. I know that sounds like a lot of steps, and it is, but it's worth it for me to not look like a crazy person with a bronzer helmet because I am so fair. I find that I do have to do those extra steps, but it works well. So basically I will apply my foundation, put my liquid bronzer on, then do my under eye concealer, and then powder my whole face. And then depending on the color, I will also put a powder bronzer on top. I put a little bit of a powder bronzer on top today, just a little bit, and I did not do a powder contour because I didn't want it to be too intense, but this is what it looks like. And I actually am so happy I have this product. It works really well. I definitely enjoy this, and I am happy I got some good use out of it this past month. So then for my liquid blush, I was using the Benefit Dandelion Dew, which is a lighter, more slightly warm tone pink, which is really pretty. And this does not have any shimmer to it. It is like a cream finish, but it does look really glowy on the skin. And my goal was to use this 3 times, and I did use it 3 times. Today was my 3rd use. So now I'll talk about the ways that I applied it. So I definitely don't squeeze out a whole pump. It will be way too much. I squeeze out the tiniest amount possible, and it's still a lot. Although every time I've pumped it out so far, I will have like a little bit of a clump, which is fine. I just kind of wipe it off in a towel and use the rest of the product. It's just a small amount, so it's not bad. So before, what I was doing was taking the more pointed side of the beauty blender, picking up the product in the back of my hand, and then tapping it on my cheeks, which does work, but it made it a little too intense for me just to go right from my hand to my cheek. Similar issue I was having with the bronzer. So what I've done is same thing. I'm actually sort of blending it out with my finger to help move the clump to the side and smooth out the rest of it. Then I'm taking the Real Techniques buffing brush and doing the same thing where I'm kind of going like this all over the back of my hand to help smooth it out, coat the brush. Then I'm tapping it onto my cheeks and then going over top with a sponge to help blend it out, and that has been working really, really well for me. If you're not as pale as me, you probably can go right in with the beauty sponge. The beauty blender is nice because it shears out the product a little bit, not a lot, but a little bit. That way it's not going to look so stark. So if you're not as fair as me, you might not have to do all the multiple steps, but I am finding that it works, and it does look really pretty. I'm definitely keeping the bronzer. I actually thought about decluttering the blush, but I think I'm going to hold on to it for now just because I don't know if I have friends that would want to use it anyway, and it is a pretty color. When I do use it, I do really like it. So, and it was a freebie, so I will hold on to it for now. Then we've got my eye products. So I had two Stila Glitter and Glows. I had this more neutral one, which is called Wanderlust. And then this really pretty pinky blue purple color is the shade Siren. My goal was to use each of these 3 times. I used Wanderlust 4 times, and I used Siren for the 3rd time today. Today I paired it over one of the Divina Exploders in Marshmallow something, which ended up being really pretty, really cool. So both of these are actually starting to dry out, which is a huge bummer. So I will try to swatch them for you. Yeah, it's pretty, but it's so dry and it's hard to apply on my lid. It goes patchy, it clings to dry patches. Then Siren is even more dry. I really had to work that onto the hand. So I think I'm going to try to buy some of that DaLin from Inglot to put in here to revive these. If that doesn't work, I will get rid of them. And I know there's a lot of other things you can use to revive them, but I'm gonna buy the DaLin and try that. If it works, I will keep these. If it doesn't work, I will end up throwing these out. I will keep you posted. So I'm gonna keep these for now because they are really pretty colors. They're nice products, but definitely not happy with how quickly it's drying out, but I am happy that I did meet my goal. So again, my goal was to use each of them 3 times. I used this one 3 times and this one 4 times. I did also want to mention that I have tried these on their own, but most of the time I do layer them over top of something else. The Wanderlust I paired over top of a similar colored shadow, which was really pretty. And then for the Stila, I tried this a couple of different ways. So I paired this, I used it by itself, then I paired it over a bright purple. Then I did it over a purple with like a pink shift. Then I did it today over a pink shadow with a blue shift to see if it would really make much of a difference. And it doesn't really. I think all the colors I used helped enhance this. They didn't look that different from one another, just to report that. So then for the other eye products, I have the Maybelline Color Tattoo and Too Cool, which is a shimmery white base. I did remix this one up so it is more creamy again, although this does apply a little bit patchy on my lid. When I put my powder shadow over top, I don't notice it though. So my goal was to use this 3 times. I ended up using it 5 times, so I did surpass my goal, which is exciting. I had thought about decluttering this, but I did try one day using this base on one eye and a matte white base on the other eye, and then I put a shadow over top, and you actually could tell the difference between the two. One was more matte and darker, and one was lighter and a little bit more shimmery. So I feel like I can justify holding on to this for a little while longer, especially because it's not something I would declutter to someone else. I would just throw it in the trash. So I will keep it for now, and I did surpass my goal. Then my next product was the ColourPop Super Shock Shadow in the shade Daddy. I did hit some extra pan in here. My goal was to use this 2 times, and I did use it twice. I did use this once on its own on my lid, and then I did try it again with the Stila Siren over top, which was really pretty. This is too dried out for me. It's very hard to use. I didn't love the way this looked in person, but I had so many compliments when I wore it in a video, but this is just too dried out for me. I am going to throw this out, and it's not something I would repurchase. I actually have only had this for a year, and it came completely crumbled when I first got it. The matte shades just don't hold up very well, so this is going to go in the trash, and I know I'm decluttering for my collection, but I am happy I got my use out of it and was able to come to that decision. And the last item I had from my last update was the Stila Smudge Stick Waterproof Eyeliner in the turquoise shade. My goal was to use this 3 times, and I ended up using it 6 times. The 6th time being today. I love this liner on my lower lash line and on my waterline. It's a very beautiful color. It's very intense, and this liner formula does stay in place really well, so I am really happy I have this one in my collection. Will keep it. So that's pretty good. Out of the 7 things I tried, I'm throwing out 1, keeping 4 for sure, and then these 2 I'll have to update you if I can revive them or if I have to toss them. So again, I will keep you posted about that, but I feel very good with my usage. So now on to the items I'm going to be using for April. I did choose 7 products. Again, 2 cheek products, 5 eye products. So starting with the cheek products, the first is something I already know I love, but I would really enjoy getting more use out of this. This is the Bare Minerals Bare Skin Sheer Sun Serum Bronzer. My goal is to use this one 5 times. My next cheek product is another cream blush. This is the Lancome My Parisian Blush in Rose Haussman. I don't love pink blushes, but this formula is incredible. It is similar to a ColourPop Super Shock where it is a cream to powder, but this one is even easier to apply on the skin. So I would love to get more use out of this. It is a little older in my collection as well. So my goal is gonna be to use this one 3 times. So then we've got my eye products. I will be using another Super Shock this month. That would be ColourPop Flowershop. It's a pearlized finish, and this is one of my favorite Super Shocks of all time. My goal is gonna be to use this one 3 times. My next product is a Dose of Colors Ideal Duo from their Mint collection. It is in the shade Magic Momint, which is a really pretty like coppery rose gold color. So the Ideal Duos come with a cream base on the top, and then on the bottom you have a loose pigment. So I think I've only used this once and it's super pretty. I definitely need to get more use out of it. My nails match, which is so cute. So I would like to use this 3 times. Then I have some more liquid shadows I want to use. So the first one is one of the Pixie Liquid Fairy Lights. This is in the shade Mirage. It is in the Miriam Maquillage collab. It's so pretty. It is, I don't even know how to describe it. It has like a coppery base with some like yellow, green, glittery reflex to it. It's really cool, and I've never worn this shade before, but I do like this formula. So my goal will be to use this one 3 times. And my next product is the Stila Glitter and Glow Highlighter in the shade Kitten. And even though this is a highlighter, I want to use this as a liquid shadow. I think I will try it as a highlighter once, just so I can give you guys my thoughts on it. But I would like to use this once as a highlight and then 3 times as a liquid shadow. So here is this one right here. It's really pretty, and I do like this formula because it's like a mix between a shimmer and glow and a glitter and glow, because of course it's going on your cheek, so it needs to be a little bit smoother. So that looks really pretty, and I'm excited to give that a try. Then I do have one pencil liner I want to use this month. This is the ColourPop Creme Gel Liner in the shade Zulu, which is a mint matte shade, and I want to swatch it right next to the Stila shade so you guys can see the difference. So I swatched, oh shoot, I broke off the tip. So I swatched the ColourPop right on the bottom here, so you can tell it's like a little bit more blue, and it is lighter, more pastel, and this one almost looks like a pastel neon. If you guys can tell the difference on camera, you definitely can in person. But my goal is going to be to use this one 5 times. It's so easy for me to do an eye look and just pop this in my waterline, so I want to up my goal on this one to 5 uses. So let me run through my goals really quickly again. So the Bare Minerals Liquid Bronzer, want to use it 5 times. The Lancome Cream Blush 3 times. The ColourPop Flowershop Super Shock Shadow 3 times. Dose of Colors Magic Moment 3 times. Pixie Liquid Shadow in Mirage 3 times. The Stila Glitter and Glow Highlighter, I want to use it once as a highlighter and 3 times as a liquid shadow. And then for my ColourPop Mint Pencil Liner, I want to use this 5 times. So those are my goals. I do feel like it's likely I can achieve them. However, again, I am going to be working from home for the next couple of weeks, and I'm not wearing makeup every day. I'm really only wearing it when I'm filming. So it's going to be a little bit challenging because I do have other things I'm working on, but I think it's still achievable. Some of these I might end up layering. We'll see. That helped me this past month by doing that. So I would love to know your thoughts on any of these products in the comments down below, and I would love to know if you guys are doing this project on your channel or your Instagram. I know there are so many of us that are doing it. This is a year-long project pan, so definitely feel free to jump in now. It is not too late, and I want to thank you guys so much for watching this video. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye guys.